travel with me.
Hey fellow humans, Mina here. Welcome back to another drive-in talk, and I don't think you'll hear it, but the AC is on in the background because it's murder heat right now in Korea, and also Soren is right by me. I'm pretty sure you'll hear her. She's pretty loud. Good girl. But yeah, just letting you know. I mentioned the book we are about to talk about today, that I was currently reading it in my Best and Worst Reads of Pride Month video for this year. And I know we are no longer Pride, but I finished the book, and I have some things to say. The book we are talking about today is called Amelia, If Only by Becky Albertalli. Before we get in, let me do a quick little read of the Goodreads blurb. Amelia Applebaum isn't in love with Walter Holland. He just happens to be her favorite moderately famous, chaotically bisexual YouTuber who she just happened to invite to prom. But it's fine. No, for real. If you delete the post, it didn't happen. Okay, maybe her friends are right. She's slightly parasocially infatuated. But Amelia just knows sparks would fly if only she could connect with Walter for real life. If only he would host a meet and greet. If only he were just a short road trip away. And if only Amelia could talk to her best friends in making it the perfect last hurrah before graduation. Even if her newly single, always cynical, guitar-toting best friend, Natalie, or even with sorry, I read that something wrong. Anyway, one thing's for sure, all roads lead to butterflies. But what if Amelia butterflies aren't for Walter at all? Okay. I got some things to say with this one. So some spoilers ahead if you haven't read and if you want to, come back later. Honestly, this wasn't my jam. I wanted it to be my jam, but it wasn't. I know it's YA, but for the majority of the book, it felt more like middle grade than YA. Like everyone who are about to go to college, I might add, acted super juvenile. So big rants and very little raves ahead. Also, don't get me started on Amelia's parasocial relationship with Walter, the YouTuber she definitely crushing on. She full on denies she's into him the entire book, despite everyone, including us, the reader, can see that she sees herself as Walter's bestie and more. I mean, girl, even made a promposal for him. You can't tell me that Amelia, our main character, who is super obsessed with all things Walter and Hayden, his former YouTube co-host, whatever, suddenly realizes she's been in love with her best friend Nat the entire time. I mean, we knew it was coming as it was it's a sapphic book, but girl, Nat barely had any screen time in this entire book. I know barely anything about this girl other than she apparently had bad taste in girls, plays guitar, and is Amelia's bestie. And Amelia only started to realize she had feelings for Nat around 76% or so. Way too late in my opinion. And there are more oh, my heart is fluttering just a little bit faster when I'm around her kind of feelings than, I've been in love with her my entire life feelings. And only around 85% or so did she realize that I know she likes Nat, but she's actually been in love with her since forever. I do not buy it. I know more about Walter's entire life story than I do about Nat because Amelia was obsessed with him. Speaking of Walter, when Amelia finally does meet her idol, they become besties in seconds, and then Walter spills all the beans on his former friend Hayden to what amounts to basically two strangers. Why Walter couldn't have told some other friends of his, I don't know. Also, how is Walter not weirded out by Amelia's promposal? I know, I personally would be, but anyway, seriously though, when Amelia herself isn't spewing tidbits about Walter or even Hayden and his YouTube channel, we get these little sections in between chapters. I think they're called vignettes or whatever. Anyway, be it from places like Twitter, Reddit, or Tumblr, where other people are gossiping about Waldens and haters. So basically, so much information what felt like should have been a love interest, but in the end, it amounts to nothing. We don't even get a resolution on Walter and Hayden's relationship because Hayden ghosted Walter and it hadn't spoken over a year and we truly never found out why. Honestly, I could have DNF'd this book if it didn't actually own it. I felt obligated to finish because of it. It was way too YA, even for a huge YA fan like me. The only reason this didn't get a 1-star rating, as it was going to give it for the majority of the read, was because it was while extremely juvenile, I did enjoy the banter between Amelia and her friends. Hate to admit it, but I kind of sound like Amelia a lot of the time. One of the stupid nicknames she gives everyone. So I guess I could relate to that. Also, I gave it a 2-star rating because there is so much buy rep, and I feel like we need more of that in media. Would this book appeal to other fans of LGBTQ plus YA readers? Yeah, I think so, especially if you enjoyed Albertalli's other works, like I have. But alas, this book wasn't for me. I really like the cover, though. I'll just go on happily rereading Imogen, obviously, as I think it's her best work. And I also have a signed copy, so love that for me. But yeah, this just wasn't my vibe, sorry. I don't know what Albertalli was thinking, but yeah, this was just, no. How about you guys, my fellow humans? Have you read this latest book? I believe it only came out a few months ago. Do you plan on reading it? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. Anywho, that's all I gotta say for now. If you want to keep hearing more about stuff, be sure to follow me in all your favorite socials, links below, including my second travel channel, Drive with Mina. Stay safe and take care. Bye!